Hi guys. Okay, so if you're watching this video, that means that you got one of my root touch-up kits. So during this quarantine, nothing will help us feel better besides looking at ourselves in the mirror with no gray roots. So in your kit, you'll see that you have a little container. This is your developer, and then a little container that has your color in it. You'll have your brush, your little applicator. This is to spoon out your color with, and then you'll have your color ball, and then you have your set of gloves. So what we're going to do is your containers are already mixed with the perfect amount, so it's equal parts and they're both already measured out for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to first start out with just parting your hair down the middle, and then take your fingers and go all the way back and pull both sides of your hair to the front. Then you're going to go right behind your ear, and you can swing that to the back. And do that on both sides. Okay. So you can see it's parted down the middle, and then you can see this part here as well. So what you're going to do is go ahead and pour your developer in your bowl. You can use this little spatula to get everything out. Go ahead and do the same with your color. Wish I had like music or something in here. And then I went and threw on a shirt that I really don't care if any color gets on it, because we don't have any capes at home. So just wear a shirt that you don't care if any color gets on it. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and just, you'll see that it's in there, just go ahead and mix it up. You're going to want to put on your gloves. I'm just not going to wear any because I forgot to go downstairs and get some. So now that that's mixed, it'll look like that. Now what I do is I use this, the tail of the comb or the tail of the brush to go in and like separate the sections. So what you're going to do first is you're just gonna get a little bit of the color, and you're going to just dab it on as so. Don't worry about touching any of your highlights. I'm going to show you how to blend that when we're done. So it's really simple. Just go in and just dab it up. Okay. Then you're going to scoop down so you guys can see. Take the tail of your comb and go right next to that section, pull it up, and fold it over. And you're going to get a little bit more, and you're just going to do the same thing. Try and keep the hair sectioned as clean as you can, just so that color doesn't get on any other parts of the hair. If it's on there a little bit, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to blend it when we're done, but you still want to be careful. So make sure you guys can see. There. All right. Then you're going to go ahead and go in for your other section. Pull it from the comb or from the brush. It makes it easier to do that. And then just fold it over. tell you guys I've been going stir crazy at home. I'm sure everybody has if they're not working. I can't wait to get back to work because I do miss everybody, and I can't wait to hear about all the funny quarantine stories that everyone's gonna have for me. The smaller the sections are, the easier that you're going to be able to make sure that each section is saturated. So there. Maybe a little bit less than a half an inch. Also, the color in your containers will last about 5 hours before it starts to like oxidize and stuff. So just make sure that you're using it in a timely manner. And if you don't have enough of something, you can just message me and I can mix you up a little bit more, no problem. But this should be just enough for the T-zone in the hair, so that way at least all your major parts and stuff are covered. Also, what you can do before you start is if your root color that we normally apply is a darker color than your natural, what you can do is take a little bit of Vaseline and put it around your hairline, so that way the color doesn't stick to your skin. That will help. All right, and as I'm moving closer down to my ear, what I do is now you can go back and brush this way a little bit to make sure that everything around your hairline is colored. Especially these parts because they're your stubborn gray parts. So we want to make sure that all of those are covered. Then, now that that side is done, we're going to want to go right back to the middle. We'll go straight up, so that way your hair will pretty much stay together, and then you'll just let this fall. You don't have to worry about it getting on anything else because it's going to just fall right into place. So, I already have color on my forehead. All right, so we'll go ahead and do the other side. I hope this helps and it's not really hard for everybody. I do find it to be pretty easy, but let's all admit it, there's nothing better than just having it done for you. have all this covered. Alright, then we'll part this back down the center and we'll just let this fall. Now, this section here, this part, you can take this and pull this hair apart because you're going to be able to see. It's hard for me to look in the camera to be able to show you guys, but you'll be able to see where you can touch it and where you can't, or where to apply it and where not to. You can also leave this over if you want, so that way it's a little bit easier. So that way it'll cover your base down here. Just you can even pull your hair a little bit and you can see right where to be able to touch it up. And this should take it all the way a little bit up over where your ear is. You can do that on both sides. So if you pull your hair up in a ponytail, it's covered and no one can see. So what you can do is part these, well, see how they'll just fall. So keep those parted. What you can do is go ahead and pull everything up, and if you can go by feel back here, you can apply the color there. You'll have enough to do that. So that's what I'm going to do, just kind of go by feel. It's okay if you get it on your skin a little bit, it will wash it off. Okay, so now that everything is on, we're gonna let it sit for 45 minutes. If you have really, really resistant gray hair, you're gonna let it sit for about 45 to 55 minutes. Okay, what we're going to do is, remember how I said we will get those pieces to blend in case you get any color on the highlights. What you're going to do is you're going to take a comb and just comb it down just a little bit, just to blend that just a little bit, and it will work perfect. All right, I'll see you. I'm gonna go rinse and I'll be right back.